Hey guys, what's going on today? I am bringing you a new deck profile and a new deck to the channel actually, and this one has been a long time coming, and really I haven't been motivated to put it together until now because this deck actually topped YCS Indy. It got one of the top 32 slots, so I was like, okay, enough messing around. I've had these cores forever and been too lazy to put the deck together and learn it. So that's what I've done for you today. Put the deck together. My version of the build, not the exact build from Indy. I've had the Tri core since, I guess, the Megaton reprints last year for Tri. And then Spright I kind of had for like 3 months or so now. And just never put it together because I've been on so many other decks. Chimera branded most notably. But yeah, I wanted to try something new today. Something a little bit more combo oriented and stuff like that. So here's my build. I have the main and extra for you. No side deck today. Let's go ahead and jump on in, and I'll try to explain the card choices as best I can. Just take it with a grain of salt. I am not a pro Spright player, but I know enough, I think, to be able to tell you guys what's going on, teach you guys what's going on, and hopefully, even if you don't intend to play this deck, you can learn what this deck is trying to do and then be able to play around it. So, and like not get caught off guard by whoever's playing it at locals. Okay, so here we're going to start off with the Spright package. And it's going to be a fairly standard one. We have 3 copies of Spright Blue, 3 copies of Spright Jet, and then 1 red, 1 carrot. Okay, yeah, this is standard for sprites. We do want to see them. You know, in some of the runic sprite lists, you don't want to see 3 jet, so you only play 1 sometimes. But yeah, in this build, jet is a starter for you, and you're not going to be drawing into jet or anything like that. So yeah, having the full Spright package is fine, and you can even justify playing another red if you wanted. There's a little bit of flexibility in this deck, which I kind of like about it. For the next package, we have the Nimble package, 3 Beaver, 2 Angler. This is pretty standard. You don't want to see the Angler, but if you do, you want to have one in deck to dump with Sprint. So you have to play 2, and then Beaver's just a starter. So that's really nice. And, of course, with the extra synergy, Beavers are beast-type monsters. So they work with your Brigade stuff. They serve as material. So that's really where the, a lot of synergy comes from between this deck. Is the Spright engine, which dumps Angler, gets 2 Beavers, and that's 2 beasts that are going to be in your graveyard for when you summon out your Tri stuff, okay? Now on to that Tri stuff. For the monsters, we have 3 copies of Kit, 2 Karos, and 2 Nerval. I think this is a good package here. You know, the guy at YCS Indy played only 1 Karos, but I kind of like playing 2. So yeah, this is the level 2 package. Of course, Nervals are 1s, but we need those to search when we link off the kit. So yeah, this is the kind of level 2 package, and everything else is basically non-engine or the engine spells. But there's a lot of room for non-engine, and you can pretty much use it for what you want. So I am using it for 3 copies of Fenrir to start off, just as a nice body, a link material, a kind of interruption in case, even if you get interrupted on your level 2 stuff, you have a Fenrir sitting around. So that's kind of nice, and it's kind of generic enough where in this format where it's so diverse that we can play this kind of thing, and it's pretty much always going to be live. So that's why Fenrir is really nice right now. And then for hand traps, I'm only on 3 Ash and 2 DD Crow. Okay, so you like I said several times already, it's up to you. There's a lot of flexibility here, but for this format, I think these are the only generically applicable hand traps right now. I like Ash, and Ash is good everywhere, and then DD Crow is also good in several matchups. Plus, it has the extra synergy with the Brigade stuff, so I think it's worth playing. You could even bump up Crow to 3 if you wanted. All right, on to the spells. We'll start with the engine. We have 2 starter and 1 smashers for the Spright spells. And then for the non-engine, we have 3 Droplet. I like Droplet here because it synergizes with Angler if you were to draw Angler, or Kit, or Nerval. And those are all really good discard targets for Droplet, or you can send off a lot of your other spells that we're playing. 2 copies of Talent. I don't have Thrusts, but if I did, I might play 1 or 2. But right now, I think Talents is going to be just fine. And then for the one-ofs, 1 Foolish Burial. Okay, so Foolish can dump Angler as an extender. It can dump kit to dump Nerval to search Karos as a Tri-Brigade piece, or something like that. So it's got multiple uses, and I think it's worth playing here. One Duster in the main. It was kind of like the last card I added, but I figure why not have some back row removal. One copy of Monster Reborn. This is kind of generically good in Spright, more so than other decks, just for the extension purposes. And once you're done comboing, if you have Reborn, just bringing back a red or a carrot is another negate. So this is like adding another negate onto your end board very easily, and that's why it's pretty good. Plus, you can Reborn for your opponent's stuff to start the turn, and just use it as one of the materials for Sprint if you have any other level 2, so that's really nice. And then the last trap card is one copy of Revolt. I'm not playing Imperm. You can play Imperm if you want, but I think DD Crow is a little bit better and a little bit more synergistic with the deck. But anyway, that's 40 cards. So we're going to now move on to the extra deck. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the main. Okay, in the extra deck is there's a lot of things you want to play, and you kind of just have to choose. There's like a few flex spots, and you can kind of pick whatever you want to play in those flex spots, but I'll go through it and we can talk about what those flex options are. So for the Exceeds first, I'm on 2 Gigantic Spright. I think it's worth playing 2 of this. One number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. I think just for the random OTKs and stealing is kind of nice, and for any Spright deck, I would love to play this card just for the like off chance that you can resolve it and just win a game. One Onibimaru. I think this is also worthwhile. You need it to clear stuff off the board sometimes, so I think that's kind of nice. And then just one copy of Zeus. So one of the things that we might want to play that I just don't have space for is a Downward Magician. So it's up to you if you want to cut something to get into a bigger Zeus, but I figure if I'm making a 2-material Zeus, it's going to be fine. So those are my 5 Exceed monsters here, and then the rest are going to be links. So one copy of Sprint for the Spright engine. And then onto the Try stuff, we have 2 Shurig, 1 Bearbrum, 1 Farragut, and 1 Double Dragon Lords for the Tri-Brigade stuff to summon. I think just for the main combo, this is going to be fine, and there's really nothing else that we're going to want to be going into. Like if we're going to go for a kill shot, having the second Shurig is going to be nice, but otherwise, like we don't need any of the Link 3s or any of that. And then for the generic Link 2s, we're on 1 Pit Knight early, 1 IP, 1 SP, and 1 Underworld Goddess. Okay, so Underworld Goddess is just our out to Pearly Noir or something. But I mean, what are the chances we can actually get into this under Noir, like a whole bunch of Noir effects? So it's a little rough, but otherwise we just don't have any outs to it. We just have to play into it and through it until it uses enough material. So that's kind of rough. So it's kind of up to you if you want to play this card. Up to you if you want to play Pit Knight early. It's like for the full combo, you do end on Pit Knight early, but I mean, like, is it worth it to you? Would you rather play a Downward? Would you rather play Nightmare Phoenix or something like that? So yeah, and then kind of same thing with Ancient Warriors, Double Dragon Lords. It's a little flexible, like it's a very nice card, but you don't always need it. And then probably the other 2 rank 2s are the other 2 flex spots where you could play different rank 2s, but I like these 2 the best. So yeah, there's a lot of flexibility, but it's tight at the same time. So, but anyways, yeah, that's the 15 card extra. But other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile and my attempt to add a 1-card blue combo. And let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. Leave a like on the video. Consider becoming a member. Check out the perks below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you later.